welcome back to my channel. I am Gregoria, also known as G. I am a spiritual teacher and mindset coach, and I am here on this channel delivering incredible content centered around spirituality, mysticism, esoteric content, and everything in between. So if you're here to raise your vibration, you're on the right channel. And today I want to talk about something that comes up, a question that comes up often for me, and it's about psychedelics, my take on psychedelics and what I think about them. Now, here's my perspective. So I feel that people take psychedelics because what they allow you to do is soften the resistance you have from connecting to source. So people often experience what's known as a trip. So it's basically this really out there experience, this connection to some mystical land that you wouldn't otherwise be able to experience in your conscious state. Right, so often people see things like fairies and mystical beings and large dragons and, sacred geometry in the sky, and they hear clearly, they see clearly. They basically have all the keys to the universe. And there are different levels of tripping or drug-induced psychedelic experience depending on the drug that you take. And they all offer a different kind of experience. You have some which are more of a longer experience, like ayahuasca, DMT, and you have shorter trips, even like mushrooms and things like that, still taking quite a few hours, but they're all different. Now, here's my perspective. Do I think that psychedelic drugs can induce a psychedelic experience, something where you connect to the infinite supply, the source, and start channeling and downloading huge amounts of source information? Absolutely, absolutely. Do I recommend it? No. And the reason for that is because you can have that same experience through deep meditation. Okay, now it will take a longer amount of time for you to get into a practice in which you can tap in on such a deep level where you go on a trip, but it's so worth it, because when you can do it through meditation alone, then what happens is that you can control the experience, or at least be more conscious while you're in the experience. The only reason that it happens to us when we're tripping on these drugs is because it changes the chemical properties in your brain, which allow you, again, to no longer offer any resistance to that connection, to that supply, right? So there is no doubt, there is no fear, and you have this really trippy experience. However, you can do that same thing through a consistent habitual meditative practice, and over time you will start to have these trippy experiences. I've had my own trippy experiences through meditation alone, and I really recommend that you choose a meditation practice that gets you to that surrendered, softened state in which you can connect to that really cool psychedelic world. There is no reason why you can't receive all the messages. And what you'll notice is when you do start to receive these trippy experiences through meditation alone, you will then be able to turn it on more often in your conscious state. So I no longer need to go into deep meditation to be able to see sacred geometry, or to be able to see other beings, other dimensional beings such as fairies and those types of things. I can tune into it on a conscious level. Whereas usually people who take drugs, they become addicted to that experience and they continue reaching for it. However, what happens, it's like people who want coaching, yeah? But what they end up doing is just consuming all of this random content online. They don't know what to do with the random content. That's the same with this random psychedelic experience. You're exposed to all of this information, but you're not really at that level of consciousness in which you can absorb it completely in your conscious state. And you really don't know what to do with it. And for a lot of people, they actually spiral backward because they just don't know what to do with that information. So they keep grabbing for more of those experiences, thinking that more exposure to more of the experiences will help them deepen their level of understanding of what they witnessed. Okay, so instead I'm saying, well, let's work with our level of consciousness where we are now in our conscious state. Let's soften the resistance we have to our connection to source, and let's do it through a meditation practice. So yes, psychedelic drugs can get you there real quick, but practice, a consistent meditation practice will take longer, but it'll be a deeper connection. It'll be something that is incredibly powerful. If you are at a place in your life where you can do it through meditation and then you choose to microdose on certain psychedelic drugs to evoke a deeper experience, then you do you. You know, you are in control of your free will. Still, do I recommend that? No, it's just not my thing. But exercise your free will, do what feels good to you, what feels in alignment with you. But what I want you to know is that you can get to that place, that complete trip on your own through meditation practice. You are not separate from that infinite supply. You are not separate from that multi-dimensional experience. And the only reason you're not experiencing it in your conscious state is because your conscious state holds so much resistance to it. So in order to get there, the same thing that psychedelics do, you can do that through a deep meditative practice. Okay, so if you want to go a little deeper and start to soften your resistance, I have a free Positivity Rampage. Links are in the description below. Thank you for being here. I just wanted you to hear my take on psychedelics. Please share with me your perspective as well in the comments below. I love to hear alternate perspectives. I know many people who love taking psychedelic drugs, and power to you, baby, whatever feels good to you. But this is just my perspective and things that I often recommend to clients as well. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I love you so much, and I will see you on my next video.